Hello paper crafters, I have a new video for you, and in this video I have a Lifestyle Crafts Quick Cuts doily release, I'm going to call this. This is a great release for the money, and I am going to give a great price on these. I've had them for a while now, so I can discount them, yay. So I can discount them pretty good. So I want to show you what was created with these and what you can do with them and why they're such a great value for the money. The first one is DR0256, and this is the dainty doily. And I'm going to flip things over in the back so you can get an idea of the die. It's kind of hard to see there, but there you can kind of see it's foamed back, and that pushes the dies, pushes the paper out of the dies, which some of you have been thanking me for telling you to use that with your diversion dies because you didn't know that foam went on. I'm going to jump ahead because I did take one out of the package. It's this one. It is the antique doily die, and that's DC0258, and it creates this beautiful die. And I want to show you because I took it out. So we have the metal backing. Here's the side that cuts, and here's the foam. And the foam, when the paper is on this and you shim it, if you need to, it pushes the die out with the paper, so you're not trying to dig it out with your tools. No, or you don't have the holes in the back where you have to poke it out. So some people love these dies and some people prefer the ones with the holes you poke out. It's all a matter of preference, but for me they all work well. You just have to get used to your dies and their personalities. I have no problems with Quick Cuts dies. I've been with them since the beginning, so I'm very familiar with them. And then in this one die series, the last one's this beautiful one. It's the Floral doily, and that is number DC0257, and it makes this beautiful lace doily. So those are the three singles. Now we have 4 sets of doubles, and this first one right here, isn't that pretty? And these are big too, you'll see when we flip them over. This is number DC0253, and I'm going to flip it for you. It's called the Nesting Doily Circle, and you can see now here's the size of my hands. So these graduate. I don't have big hands, but these do graduate down from good card sizes and even good scrapbooking sizes. So you can see how they all nest and go from large to small. I'm sure you can find whatever size you need in there. The next one is DC0254, and this is the Nesting Doily Oval. Ovals are always popular. I'm not sure why. Of all the shapes, people like ovals. I'm going to flip it over so you can see the nesting dies, and there they are. Pretty. The next one is DC0255, Nesting Doily Rectangle, another popular shape. And I'm going to flip it over, and you can see all those dies you're getting in there. So it is a good value because you're getting all those nesting shapes, and so you're getting a lot of dies for one price, which is great. And the last one, of course, you guessed it, is squares, DC0256. Now, my favorite thing are squares and circles, yet I seem to do better with rectangles and ovals. So it's all a matter of choice, but I like square and circle cards, so that's probably why I'm drawn to it. And then I'm going to flip it over, and you can see the beautiful different large to small sizes. Again, here's my hand, so those are some nice big dies. And some nice little ones too, depending on how you look at it. Now this this card release was done by Janie Prince, and Janie is back with us. She's been with us for a while, but she took a little time off and has retired, and now she's back designing for us. And she made, as you can see, this little thing for guess who? None other than our Bud. And she said she had a treat for Buddy. Not sure if Buddy can have these milk bones. And the reason people say that is Buddy has really bad allergies. It's kind of like dog anaphylaxia. It's not that he can't breathe and he, swells up. They get very, very gastrointestinal problems, bad, to the point where he has to be rushed to the hospital, and he is allergic to some very specific things. So that's why giving him treats is always a little tricky for us, because we don't know what's in it, and his diet is very limited on what we can give him. But don't worry, we give him whatever he can get, lots of it, and good treats. But milk bones are okay, as far as we know, unless they're a special flavor. She used the smallest nesting doily rectangle right here, which I'm sure you've already figured out. And I'm going to give you a tip for this. A lot of people don't know how to get words from a computer onto a center of a cutting die. And what they do is they print it out on paper, and then they try to line it up with the die, which you can do now, and they try to do it in a cutting it out, and it comes out a little crooked, or the die sometimes slips a little. What you can do is you cut out the die first, then get your paper, get what you like on a piece of paper where it's situated on the plain paper that you're running through your printer, and then take the die. So let's say right here was "A Treat for Buddy" was written. Pretend you can see that there. You take this die and you line it right up over there. If you hold it up to the light, usually you can see where you got to manipulate it. You tape it over with removable tape here, and run it through your printer again, and it prints perfect. I've had so many people ask how I did that years ago, and sometimes you just can't think that way. You always think about manipulating how to get the word on, rather than manipulating the paper underneath it. So just a little trick there. And then she cut out the dog shape with her Cricut, and she stamped the face onto the little die that she made. And then here's the really cool thing. She did an action wobble. So look at this. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I love that. Now, this is what an action wobble looks like. Janie sent me one, and one side adheres on the paper and the other side adheres onto your die. And what it does is it creates this bouncy kind of thing. I can order these for you. I looked up and I can get these. I don't stock them, but I certainly would be happy to order them for you, for those who can't get them. I believe they come in packages of 6 or 12, 48, and 100, I believe, depending upon how many you would need. So there we go with the first one, and I can tell the first one's already going to be a hit. So the second one is called the Tea Party card. Who doesn't like a tea party? And you can see all kinds of beautiful things going on in here. So she used the mini tilde, and I can order tildes for you too. I can't get them all, but I can get quite a few. The company that I can get them from is starting to carry them. So I can, if you give me the number of the tilde that you want or a picture, I can try to see if I can get it for you. The number works better from the tilde site, Magnolia site, but I can try to work through it with you. And thank you for those who are ordering from me and contacting me for various things to see if I can get it for them. I really do appreciate that. And then she colored her tilde with Copic markers, and I'm going to bring that up close so you can see how nicely the little tilde comes out, how cute she is. And then there's a teapot charm right here. And this is the Anastasia border die. That is a Cherry Lynn die. It's number B136. It's beautiful. It's popular. It's from a release long past, but I still carry it. And if I run out, I can always get more. But isn't that pretty? And then she used the blue-green flower right here, kind of like a teal color. That's another Cherry Lynn. It's Cuties number 4, which is B156. And you can go back and put in my search engine on my blog B156 and watch that video on how the Cuties work if you're not familiar with them. See how pretty that is? And then underneath there, right here, that's a Marianne die. Believe it or not, that is the Marianne poinsettia die, LR0122. But this isn't a poinsettia, but it, of course, too, can look like really nice leaves for the back. And then what we're here in this release, what we are selling is the green doily, dainty doily from Lifestyle Crafts, and it's right there. It's right there in the background, and it's a little bit hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that die cuts. That die cuts like this. Isn't that beautiful? How beautiful that is? And that's what's backing that die. And I just wanted to show you that so you can kind of see. You can see if you have circular dies to put in here, what a gorgeous background that is. That is, looks like a lace doily. And then inside the card is just some nice paper right here. You can see the little teacups that match. But that's lots of things going on in that card, which makes it so beautiful. Good job, Janie. Okay, so the next one we have is the nesting doily rectangle recipe card. And who doesn't love a recipe card? Do you know, if you ever want to send somebody a card for whatever, just the thinking of you, a really great card to send somebody is a recipe on it for any occasion, just because most crafters like to cook. If you're sending a card to a fellow crafter, most crafters are very good cooks too, and really like to work in the kitchen. So when I saw this, I was excited. I want to try Grandma Janie's chicken stuff. So it looks really kind of neat here. So a lot of things going on in this card too, and I want to show you. I like the Americana theme with the red, white, and blue. So we have the nesting doily rectangle back here. Now I promised you, aren't those beautiful? I'm going to bring it up close so you can see. Janie did a really nice job with this card. Very nice. And then the recipe is from Janie's Family Favorite Recipe Book. So this must be one of Janie's favorite recipes. And the sentiment is from Just Right Stamps from My Kitchen with Love. I do believe that Just Right has discontinued that stamp, but if you're lucky enough to have it, or any of the Just Right circular stamps, look at this. They fit perfect in the little circle nesting doily die. That's from the circle dice, the nesting doily circles. There, I'll get it out. And it is on the ribbon, which is the red, white, and blue, so you can see how she did all this layering. So if you want to recreate something like this, this is a recipe card that she put it on, so any recipe card you have, or you could stamp your own little image in there if you like. And then I want to open up the inside of the card because the fun continues inside. Look at all of the nesting doily circles. Aren't these pretty? And then she did another thing with an action wobble. You're going to love this. Ready? Look at this. A hug from my kitchen. Isn't that fun? That's just fun. I love kinetics, so anything in a card with movement, you've got me. Yeah, I just love that. But look at how nicely these work. This is, I believe there's a size in between here, so it's one size missing, but look how nicely that makes a frame. So you've really got a very nice cutting die there. And like I said, a lot of dies for the money. I'm going to do this one more time for you. Action wobbles. Remember, if you need some, just email me, see what we can do. Okay, so the next card here is the Floral Doily. And there's that pretty one that I showed you. And this is Floral Doily, and then the Cherry Lynn olive branches right here. Those are number B147. I do have those. Those are low in stock, but I can always get more. They should be back in stock now. The Darling Also the Darling Daisies, which is number A1969, that's this die right here, and that's a Cherry Lynn too. I do not think I stock that one. No, I do. I do stock that one. I'm sorry. It took me a minute to realize which die she used there. I do have that one. And then these are the Cherry Lynn mini butterflies, the DL1112. Probably if you're a follower of me, you've long got these. Everyone does. These also have angel wings that go with them that will give a solid color in the background, but you can see here that she used two different colors to make a dimensional butterfly, which is really kind of, butterflies are always sweet to add dimension. And as one of my friends, Sally, told me, sorry about the phone ringing, butterflies are always sweet too to cover up a boo-boo. So we go on to the inside of the card, and this is what we're selling, of course. This was the Floral Doily from LifeStyle Crafts, and it's beautiful. And any circle sentiment works really, really nice in there, and you can kind of see just how beautiful that works. And then when we open it up, we have the nesting doily square die, and again with the Cherry Lynn DL1112 butterflies, and that just shows. Now that is so nice to journal in. That's such a perfect journaling square, and you can just see how beautifully that cuts out. So that pretty much is the release, and I wanted to show you just a few other little things. Here was a little piece that she cut out for me out of the oval nesting doily dies, and it says never enough time, but isn't that sweet how beautiful that cuts? You can just see that that's a very nice die. And I already showed you this one right here from the release. That is the, hold on, the Dainty Doily. That's the Dainty Doily. And then this is the Floral Doily. See how beautiful that cuts out? I'll put it on my wooden floor here. You can just see, isn't that pretty? And anything circular in the center just would be pop with this. It's so pretty. And then the last one here, we didn't see this one. This is the Antique Doily, and I cut this out in my signature gold paper, but you can just see how beautiful that is, how it just cuts nice, crisp, clean, and just really, really pretty. Hope you enjoyed this release. Please don't hesitate to visit my blog. If you're watching me on YouTube, a lot of people are trying to figure out, in the description of the video, I always print out my blog so you can paste it and put it up into your web browser to get to it. I hope you enjoy this release. Janie did a wonderful job. Thank you, Janie. I appreciate it so much. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Oh, and before I forget, Janie said that she would have some more creations on her blog with these dies. So don't forget to check Janie's blog out. Perhaps they're coming. Maybe she's just waiting for this release and they'll be out. But she'll have more creations, and also to visit her blog for more in-depth instructions if you wish to see. I hope you're all enjoying the end of your summer here, unless you're my Australian friends coming into your spring. And take care, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Happy crafting.